Why is it so then? So get off my pom-poms. I don't have any of my camera equipment, my ring light, my tripods, so I'm working with this. I'm just extremely frustrated at the moment, and I know I look silly with these on. I'm really cold. What the hell? We're getting into it. Whoa, Lou. Gotcha. Okay, I wrote down a lot of stuff last night, and it ties into like all of the stuff in my last video that I said I had to work through. Now I am working through it. I wrote down a lot of stuff that I think helped me, and I'm just gonna go into some of these ideas because I feel like kind of universal in the sense that any of this will help in any type of situation, or just in general things to apply to like your standards for yourself. I don't care what anyone says, you come first. Always. I don't care if you're a mother and you think, oh, my child comes first. Your child can't thrive if they have an unhappy mother or a sick mother, and I know that from experience. So you come first no matter what, before anyone. Sorry. Also, I feel like what I'm about to say is like a concept that so many people just don't understand, and I feel like social media has caused people to think they have access to everyone 24/7, which ties into what I'm about to say. Having time does not indicate availability. Just because someone is free or not busy doesn't mean they have availability for you or the capacity for you or anyone for that matter. And it's frustrating because it's like, oh, well, if they didn't have time for me, that means they were busy. That's not true either. That's just not true. I really do feel like social media has like warped our brains or brainwashed us into thinking like, oh, because this person's on X, Y, and Z on their phone enjoying their time, that means they have to answer me. No. Also, other people's feelings are not your responsibility, and you could be manipulated or gaslit into thinking that you doing for you has caused them to act in ways that they don't usually act. I'm honestly gonna piss some people off by posting this. I don't care, because this is the truth and it has to be said, because I'm sick of pretending like everyone can walk around and treat everyone like the world revolves around them. It doesn't. Each person's world should revolve around themselves, and that could be selfish. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, people don't owe anyone anything. Just like, we'll use me as an example. I don't owe anyone anything. Sorry. You literally don't owe anyone your time. Not your friends, not your family, no one. This is something that, especially in the past, I struggled with because I was easily manipulated, guilt tripped into being like, you owe me this. Feel like you have to. It's like an obligation. And sharing your time with anyone shouldn't feel like an obligation. You should want to. If it feels like an obligation, there's probably something wrong. So I originally wanted to like name this video something about child's play, and I had this wonderful idea, at least until I looked up the definition of child's play, and I was thinking that child's play meant like acting like a child. It means like a simple or easy task, so that didn't really play well. But I was gonna say like, don't engage in child's play. If people are acting like children around you, don't engage. I don't know where my voice just went. I'm not making this video to like insult anyone or make anyone feel like they're a shitty person, because it's just not it's not my MO. I'm trying to honestly educate other people, because I am lately seeing right through the little things that people do every day, like the really common things and the ways that people act. And like, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I never acted this way, because that's just not true. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to educate people who maybe, I've been really stuck in the past in thinking that these behaviors were okay and like people could just do whatever they wanted and like demand shit from me. No, I'm not that girly anymore, so I'm just really posting this to educate people. You know, you gotta put yourself first. I really don't care who says what. Your relationship with yourself is the most important one that you'll have. So also, I'm kind of honestly just like reading things that I wrote. Like I literally just went crazy, and this is just one of the 4 pages. I love this quote. It's, if taking care of yourself lets someone down, then let someone down. I really like that quote because it's really true, and I actually read the quote like maybe 2 weeks ago and then applied it to I applied it to like my actual active situation that was going on. I was like, I'm gonna let this person down. Like that's what I was thinking. To take care of myself, I had to let them down. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna let them down, because at the end of the day, like, why am I gonna put myself in distress just to appease someone else? Like, I used to do that all the time, and it's really like, it's sad to see younger me like just totally letting anyone, like I was like a rag doll, like I was of use to everyone, and I just don't want to live that way anymore. I think it's really not healthy. Also, don't let other people make you feel bad for doing what's best for you. Let me see, because I wrote this. I wrote, people that truly care about you will not be offended by you making yourself a priority, and they will not take it personal when you do what's best for you. Also, I feel like in that same sense, it's like to have like a friend, I don't question, maybe I'm just like built different, I don't understand. Friend, family, close friend, whatever it is, boyfriend, anything. I don't care what relationship you have with me. I won't question or take anything personal. I don't take anything personal anymore. Like, because genuinely at the end of the day, and you can even notice within yourself, like if you act a certain way, it has nothing to do with the other person, it's you. So everything that other people do has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with them. And like that can be said, I feel like, in like a negative way, but it's also in a positive way. Like I firmly believe in that, and that's where like the frustration comes. Like I was thinking yesterday, I'm so grateful to see the world today the way that I see it, but it's so frustrating and so lonely because a lot of people just don't. And I've always felt misunderstood my whole life, and like to now have this, some people are very negative, and that's fair. I was negative my whole life. Like, I'm not judging in any way in any of my videos. I'm just trying to educate, because it's upsetting to see people stuck in these mindsets, and like to know that I got out of that mindset. Everyone's capable of doing it. It's just a matter of doing it and believing that you can. So yeah, it's frustrating because I can't really connect with a lot of people on the same level because they just don't think the same way that I do, and it's frustrating. And you know, it's like the battle of like, oh my god, I need to explain myself here, but I really don't. And then that's frustrating because then they're like, why aren't you explaining yourself? It's just, I wrote, stop feeling the need to explain yourself to people that chronically misunderstand you. Like, seriously, I feel like I used to just always want to like explain because I couldn't accept anyone thinking that I was wrong or like not agreeing with what I was saying or feeling. And now I just don't care because I know my truth. I wrote, stop associating being misunderstood with something bad or being lonely, left out, isolated. They don't understand you because you're on two different levels. And like changing that perspective helped me, because it's like, okay, it's not that they are doing this out of malicious, like, you know, feeling misunderstood is like a really crappy feeling. But it's not because of you, it's because you're just on two different levels, and that's okay. I really wanted to make this video like super quick and short and sweet. I'm a brand new, you know, I don't have many followers, and no one's gonna watch a 25-minute video of some random chick they've just seen randomly, so I'm really gonna try to wrap this up. I'm just like a talker. Like, I would literally talk for 10 hours if you let me. Also, like, the whole tit for tat BS, like, don't engage in that. Like, try your very best not to engage in the whole like back and forth. It's just, it's that in itself is toxic, and the people who engage in that know what they're doing. They want reactions, they want the conflict. And I don't want that at all in my life. Sorry. I wrote this for myself. I wrote, stay true to who you are and the woman you are becoming. Don't let anyone deter you or make you feel, I just choked. Make you feel guilty for caring about yourself more than their games. That's a good one. I was actually on the phone yesterday and I like said something and I was like, wait, I gotta write that down. I tell everyone now that the reason I have gray hair is because I'm so wise. I'd rather be disliked and honest and true to who I am than, you know, likable but like a fake liar. I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine being disliked today, and that's something that's pretty powerful for me because I couldn't handle not being liked and when I was very young. But people live in fear. They're afraid of honesty. But be honest anyway, because genuinely at the end of the day, no one's opinion matters. No one's approval matters more than your own, like of yourself. And what you think you need from others, you can give to yourself. There's so many like mindset changes that I've had over the course of the last year or so, I'd say. And I just really important to work on your mindset because, like I said in the last video, mindset is everything. I actually saw a little picture that was of like a little goldfish maybe, and it had a little shark fin like taped to it, and it said mindset is everything. And it's true. I might go into like a whole other video of just ways to maybe like each day like change your mindset a little more. It's so important, and it's lonely. I'm not gonna tell you like that becoming the person that you're meant to be is easily shared with others, because it's not. Growth and healing is not always easily shared with others who aren't doing the same, and it's upsetting. But at the end of the day, like, I care about myself more than I care about the friendships that obviously would keep me in an unhealthy place in some degree or form. And at the same time, I forget what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, no. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Not working. I wanted to add, because in my last video, I feel like I made it seem like healing is so hard and like not fun at all. It can be really fun. I literally live a great life today. And you know what's so funny is I finally have like a place to rest my head at night, and like I'm safe. So survival mode is turned off and I'm sleeping so much. And I beat myself up for the first 2 days. I was like, oh my God. But then I realized what it was, and I was like, okay, rest your little butt because you need it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been resting and writing and just being again, because honestly, you gotta find time to be by yourself in order to get to know yourself and form a relationship. Find out what you need to work on, what you don't, what you like, what you dislike. It's crazy after so many years of survival mode to realize like, oh, I like this, I don't like this. Like things that I never even paid attention to. When I lived in New York, before I moved to Florida, I hated the rain. I hated the rain. I moved to Florida and I loved the rain. Little things like that, like just growing, our likes and dislikes changing. Like we're constantly changing, and like people may think that's a bad thing, but I don't. I think it's beautiful and crazy and cool, and you know, that's why we're on Earth, in my opinion, is just to experiment and experience and heal and grow and have fun. Oh, Luke came to say bye. He knows the drill. Hopefully this video is not 12,000 minutes long. He's got eye boogies and it's ugly. I'm just trying to help you guys out, and I would like you guys to help me out too. Like, just because I say things and like I want to help you guys out doesn't mean that I'm less of a student. Like, we're all students in this earth. I believe that we all can learn something from everyone, everything, everywhere. Just, yeah. All right, that's it. Have a great day. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have anything to say, leave me a comment. Have a great day. Ew.